Welcome. In front of me is a Xiaomi 11 Lite, and today I will show you how to go through the setup process of this phone. So when you boot it up for the first time, you should be presented with this screen right over here. So you want to get started by tapping on an arrow right here and then selecting your desired language. Alright, good enough. You can now go to the next page, now which allows us to choose our region, which will determine the time zone. Now next page we have terms and conditions. Obviously we can read them by tapping on either one of those, and from there you can select the checkbox at the bottom and proceed further. Then we have insert a SIM card, and this is strictly for Wi-Fi or, not Wi-Fi but like network. So you can choose to connect to either your mobile network or Wi-Fi in order to log into your Google account throughout the process. Now this is optional, so you can skip both of them if you don't want to, which will remove the Google login page from the setup, and additionally date and time might not be always set correctly. But later on, once the setup is complete, you can change those settings in the settings. From here we have Google services, so we have location scanning and sending user and diagnostic data. You can read exactly what these do by tapping on an arrow and expanding the list, and if you don't like it, you can turn them off. Now the brief version of all of these is location is GPS tracking, scanning is phone's ability to look for signals like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, and then sending user and diagnostic data is the Google version of spying on you and sending that info to themselves. So let's just go to the next page, which will show us screen lock. So here we can set up a screen lock that be a screen lock itself as a PIN pattern or password, and also fingerprint. Now if you're planning to use a fingerprint, you are also required to set up a screen lock, so if something happens with your finger, you still can access your phone using the actual physical unlocking method. So I'll be setting up just a single pattern right here, so I'm going to select that. And now, because it's Xiaomi, it gives us a 5-second timer to let us know that we're supposed to remember a password, because Xiaomi considers their users to be an absolute apes. So anyway, from here we can draw our pattern, repeat it, and once you tap on an arrow, it will be now set. Now here we have some additional settings, which some of them might repeat, as an example, location. And that is because this is now Xiaomi's version of their trash that they trying to basically enforce on you. So location, again, if you don't want to turn it off, sending diagnostic data automatically. Now this is kind of funny because at least Google didn't, I guess, display it as automatic one. Though if it's automatic, I never seen a manual version of it, which means manual could be whenever you connect it to network, for all I know. But anyway, I'm just gonna turn it off because again, that's just creepy. But don't worry, this is not the worst thing you can find here. The worst one would be right here, personalized ads. Now, keep in mind how vague it is. Personalized ads based on your interests. Basically giving you no information what they do. So let me clarify this for you, what this does. Personalized ads, just as a default option, gives you ads based on your interests, obviously as it says. But the way they do it is by checking your search histories, using your microphones, and so on. So you're talking about dog food, you can be damn sure you're gonna get dog food ads later on. So no thanks. And obviously, as one of the biggest offenders here, it also is really adamant on staying on. And they also do this reverse psychology where you're trying to turn it off, right? So you'd expect the off button to be here, but this is turn on. So if you tap this, it's still on. So make sure you select the turn off if you want to actually get rid of this trash. And from there we can go to the next page. So this gives us the option of launchers. In other words, it's just a default look of the device and how the apps are stored. The classic one is classic to an iOS device, not Android. So this is absolutely incorrectly written in my opinion, because all the apps are smack in the middle of your home screen, like an iPhone. Now Android is the one with an app drawer, which would be the classic version of it. So anyway, we can just select that. Considering if you're using Android, you probably also prefer to have your apps neatly organized in your app drawer instead of having them all smack in the middle of your home screen, cluttering it up to high heavens. So from here we can now go to the next page, which finishes up the setup. Tap on an arrow and it will start loading apps for another like a minute or so, because it had apparently no time to do it throughout the setup process. And there we go. So, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.